Yo, what's up everyone, HP Wong here, welcome back to another episode Epic 7. So, there is a new update, meaning also there's a new banner, and so we're just gonna go over it, and kind of letting you guys know whether or not, you should summon on it, or whether or not I'm gonna summon on it. So, the new banner is Diene, the younger version of her, so this takes place 20 years before the actual storyline in this game. And so she is a soul weaver, but she's not really a healer, she's more of a buffer. So we can try to go backwards. So her third skill is it increase attack for all allies for 3 turns before increasing the caster's combat readiness by 50%. So she's more of a buffer, increasing people's the teammates allies attack while also increasing her own combat readiness by 50%. So whenever you have a buffer, I do tend to like to build them based off in the speed set, just so they can buff up the allies before they actually go. Especially in PvP, you usually want your buffers to go as soon as possible. But the second skill is also it with the blessing of goddess, cover all allies with a barrier for 2 turns before dispelling 1 debuff. So dispels 1 debuff, and the barrier strength increase proportion to the target's max HP. So you will build her a little bit of HP too. So you can either do, like all HP, or you could just go 4 speed and 2 HP, which is probably what I would do if I get her. But I'll let you know whether or not I was summoned or not. And then her first skill, it's a regular attack, but it also increases the caster's combat readiness by 10%. Effect doubles when caster is buffed. So when she is buffed and she uses this skill, it will increase her combat readiness by 20%, which is important because I think she's not a really fast character, so it's important for her to be able to act sooner, so that she can recover her turns quicker, so she could use it again. So would you summon for her? If you are a free-to-play player and your bookmarks are kind of precious, not gems, what they call skystone, are limited, I wouldn't. I don't think she's I don't. Yeah, you want to cover all grounds first. You want to get a healer first. You want to have a DPS. You want to have a tank, and then supporter, in my opinion, is the fourth one. So if you cover all those areas, then maybe you would consider her as a supporter. But there's plenty of other good supporters like Silk, who's a free unit. She boosts up your speed. It may not boost up attack, but there are a couple of units out there that does that. So I wouldn't recommend doing it if you're a free to play player. For this account, I'm free to play, so I'm not really gonna summon for her. But I am gonna do a Moonlight summon later for you guys. I just beat the storyline with this one. It's a little bit difficult in this account because I didn't have Curious, so I had to use a friend Curious, who I can only find one that was like level 40. So she died relatively quickly, and so I had to couple of tries before I got kind of lucky and she stayed alive and I was able to defeat the last boss. So I will do a Moonlight summon later for you on this account. And the other exclusive artifact is as health decrease, defense and effect resistance increased by up to 25%. I think this is pretty good. This is pretty good for your knight tank unit, increasing their defense and also their resistance so that they don't get debuff. So I like this one. But would I summon on this banner? I don't know. And for those who are summoning, just be aware that in this banner, if you get a 5-star character, it will be Diene no matter what. She's the only rated up 5-star hero. So you get that little boy that comes from the corner, from the right side, and it's a 5-star character, it's Diene 100%. So if you're looking to summon other characters, don't summon on this banner. Don't make that kind of mistake. and they also have a PD summon in this new update. And you see on the top right underneath that summon button, you see 120. So that is the new pity system for this limited banner. If you do not get Diene, I mean, the more when you summon and you don't get Diene, that counter will start decreasing. And then if you after 120 summon you still didn't get Diene, you will be guaranteed a Diene unit, which I've read on Reddit. There's a couple people that had to do that. I was watching Mango 7's video, he had to do that. So just letting you guys know, the rate in this game is pretty brutal. You could easily go up to 120 and not get any unit. And for free to play player, I don't think you have enough for 120. Even if you save from the beginning, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, don't spend it on this one. Don't spend it on this one. Before Thursday's update, the Facebook actually, the Epic 7 Facebook kind of teased that Crow was going to be a rated up unit, and I was really excited because that would be a unit that I would summon and I would recommend people to summon. I was disappointed that he wasn't, and Diene is cool too. I would prefer that they continue with Crow and have like a double boosted banner, and I would definitely summon for Crow. I have two, no, even maybe all three of my account could use Crow. Especially this one. This account, I don't really have a tank, and I don't really have a good blue unit. So I was thinking of summoning for him, but hopefully maybe it'll come next week. Because there's still time. There's still time for this this side story. So yeah, I'm not gonna summon on this banner. For this account, this account is free to play. In some ways, I feel like this account is even more luckier than my main account that I actually do spend some money on. The reason why is I started off at chapter 1-4 with Aramitha and Ball, and then at 110 I got Ravi and nothing else. But I was like, I'm not gonna get greedy, so I started the game with Aramitha, Ravi, and Ball. And then if you see my Vildred summon in less than 19 summon, I got Vildred, so that it kind of covered the team. And the thing is, I did not have a healer. I was hoping to get a healer, did not get a healer, so I was using I dished it the prince, and I started using Momo. I call her Momo. That's my nickname for her. And Momo here is actually a pretty good healer. I didn't really realize that, because she already has a move that removes debuffs, and then heals your ally if they are debuff. If your ally is like doesn't have any debuff on that, it doesn't do anything. But if they have a debuff, she removes it for all your ally and increase the health. The health is not that much, but still pretty cool. And in this one, it recovers an ally's health and grant immunity for 2 turns. So once you use this, if you're fighting a boss and you know that boss likes to do a lot of status effect, you could do this, and that ally will be immune to status effect for 2 turns. So that's pretty useful. You time it right. And if you do the soul burn effect, that applies to all allies. So there's a couple of times where I would use this, boost my immunity for all my allies, and they would be resistant for at least 2 turns from those status effects. So Momo was actually a pretty decent 3-star unit. But I also got very lucky because during the random daily, I got 4-star, and I was like, oh, I hope it's the healer, and I did. I got a chat tease, and so now she's my healer now. We're super lucky. That's why I feel like this account is even luckier than my main account. It might be even better than my main account, and my main account I actually spent some money on. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, also this, another reason why is because this one actually has some 5-star artifact. I pulled a Durando off a daily, so I had this equipped on Ravi, which is it's good. Durando is pretty good. And then I pulled this one, but I have no archer, so I can't really use this yet. And then I pulled this one, but I don't really have a knight, so I can't use this. But these two are really good artifact. Like this artifact is really good for like Curious or Silk, just be able to attack, have a chance to attack twice and maybe apply debuff on them. And then this one's good on counter knights. If you have a Charlotte, or I mean any knight would that that you want them to counter, this is really good. I know it would go great for Charlotte, Crow. So yeah, so those are really good artifact. I'm not able to utilize it yet, but in my main account, I only have one 5-star artifact, and that was the what is that? I remember it wasn't too useful. Oh no no, I guess it's okay. It's the one that's for the knight, where there's a 50% chance when they die they revive. So I have that one. So I put that one on my Cecilia, which it procs quite often, but whenever they revive, she only has like 15% health. So if I'm not careful, she just dies right away. So but it's interesting sometimes when I see an arena, they thought my character dies, but no, it comes right back. It's kind of funny that like that. But yeah, been rambling a lot. So on the news, they didn't really mention about this, but I guess I want to just mention. You guys probably already know about it already. But so they actually have also this new thing called the Penguin Forest, where you just do the requirements, and then you can collect what's called penguin tickets, and then with those penguin tickets you could play this mini game right here, which if you lose you get 30 energy, which is not bad, but if you win you get either money, or you get a penguin, 1-star, 2-star penguin. I think if you're lucky you might get 3-star. Not quite sure about 3-star, but I definitely seen 1 or 2-star penguin. So that's pretty cool. And then the more you use your ticket, you can also get this prizes as well. Right now I use the 6 on, so once I get to 25 I'll get the Molagara, and get all those ones in between. So this is an event, so make sure you guys log in and do this. This is pretty much freebies right here. Answer the question wrong, you get 30 stamina. It's for some people the stamina might even be more worth than the penguin. So there's no lose-lose situation there. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about the side event. So the side event is they have some stages where it's kind of like a wave battle. So for example, this 15-1, there is, I think there's like a 5 waves of battles, and so this is actually a great place for you to try to farm some of this catalyst equipment. Like if you are trying to get Yuna needs this Twisted Fang, you need 6 of them. So this place is a good place to farm. I've heard that like the drop is slightly better than other maps in this side story. And I also heard that world difficulty and regular difficulty don't really make too much difference in terms of drop rate. So some people, like, if you just want to focus on just getting the catalyst, then you just farm on the normal difficulty. For me, I do it on world because I also wanted to start leveling up my wolf, and also leveling up monsters. What you want to do is that when you promote, say this max 3, it's gonna ask you for other 3 stars, right? So you don't really want to use your other wolves as 3-star fodders. And there are some characters, and if you don't do a lot of summon, you don't want to fodder some of your 3-star, right? You want to keep at least one of each character. You never know if they're gonna get specialty change, and they might become really valuable later. For example, Ruzit, he's gonna get a specialty change later, pretty soon. Clary already has one. The other one that's gonna come soon is Hazel. Hazel is gonna have I don't have a Hazel in this account, but Hazel would also get specialty change very soon. So you don't want to fodder those guys off. You want to level up your 2-star monster, then promote them into 3-star, and then use those as fodder to max your lions into the next, promote them to the next. So that's why I'm still gonna do on world difficulty, just because they give more more experience. You just have to have at least 2 strong unit in the front, and then just bring a friend, and then you should be able to just auto them, no problem. And what else? What else? I do want to mention that it's pretty cool that I got Vildred in that last banner, because he does have a boosted a stat in this side event, and he's actually quite a decent farmer. So it's gonna run the auto. Like, especially on easier difficulty, he pretty much just wipes out the whole map, and like no one else really needs to go. So he's a good farmer, I would call him, especially more like on lower difficulty. Like in this difficulty, he's not gonna be able to wipe everyone out, but in lower difficulty, like if you just want to farm for Catalyst, man, he clears out the map really quick. So far, this is pretty much my main team. It's not the best. I feel like even though Aramitha is rated pretty high in terms of the tier list, I believe they give her like either a S or S minus, but I honestly feel like she's a little bit underwhelming to me. Vildred also is a little underwhelming in terms of damage, but he's good on like farming in lower levels. Ravi is as good as they advertise. She is definitely very strong. You can kind of survive early game and mid game using her as a tank, but I also realized that later on in the game, she does die quite often. So she's not a late game tank, but in the beginning and the mid game, you can definitely use her. She has that life leech skill in her S1, so that kind of helps her recover her health. So I got this as a healer, so she does her job, so I'm satisfied with that. So Agatis and Ravi are definitely staple on this team. Aramitha, if I feel like if I get something better, I would definitely switch her out. Her and Vildred is kind of switchable in my opinion. They're not guaranteed to be on my main DPS team later. I will probably try to raise is it Lauren? Is her name Lauren? Lorena. Okay, Lorena. So I am gonna try to raise and get Lorena. She's one of those units that I just completely overlook. I've kind of heard that she was good. But then I didn't really, she was kind of a free unit. I didn't really care too much about her design too. I just thought that like, I'll just find other units and have fun with that instead. But then, the more I read about her, the more I hear other people talk about her. Wow, she's actually one of the best units out there, and she's even better than she's even better than Zest in the end game. Like if you have a choice to 6-star either Lorena or Zest, people say you want a 6-star Lorena instead. That's how strong she is. But that is only if you get her and you do the then you do the specialty change. You want to get her into, I can't click here, but once you get her into a specialty change, that's the version that's superior than Zest. And I believe you do need to farm some of those some of the catalysts too, which is also available in this side story. That's why this map right here in 15 is not bad, because I think you need a sharp spearhead, and so you can get that here too. So I farmed quite a bit on this stage, but I tend to get a lot more of this. Like I haven't even got a single one of Cursed Ashes. I think this is really rare. Have not got to Mystery Flash, at least not in this account. In the other account, it probably dropped one or twice for me. but the most common one is definitely this one. But still, it's good. It's a good place to level up your fodders, level up your heroes if you have some heroes that you want to raise. So overall, I'm I really liking the storyline of the side event. I'm really liking the length or how they did this. This wave battle is really interesting to me. Definitely an upgrade from the Diene side event. So it's good. You know, I don't really know anything about Smilegate, but I'm pretty impressed with this game. Pretty impressed with their direction. Obviously, you know, I would prefer the summon to be just unit and not artifact, but you know it happens. So I mean, can't really say much there. I think that's my only. I wouldn't say it's complaint. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes I mean that's what makes it a little fun as well, where you know you get a unit or artifact. You know, when you do get a unit that you want, it makes it a lot more satisfying, so you can't really complain about that. And the thing about this game is, in my opinion, the artifact is, it makes such a big difference in battle, because a lot of other games, they have like something similar to this. It's like an artifact or some card that you equip to your character. I just don't feel like they really change the game a whole lot. It's like very minimum change, and some of them are like 5-star artifact, like, and I don't really feel like it make much difference. But in this game, it matters a lot. You notices the impact of it. So that's one thing I really like, that in this game, if they're gonna force you to have artifact and they're gonna force you to have 5-star version of them, at least make it like game changing, and it definitely does. So yeah. So yeah, that's just me talking about this game. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that or not, but hey, you know, it's my video. I get to do how I want. So yeah, I mean let's do the Moonlight Summon. Let's go for it. I'm a little bit nervous because this one is a free to play account. I would love to get, you know, something awesome, but the chances are it's pretty low as well. Pretty nervous. All right, here we go. Let me look at so Moonlight 100%, that's gonna be a hero. 2.5. Also, there's a 2.5 chance that's a 5-star. 27.5 chance that's a 4-star. 5-star. There's a lot of good heroes there. Obviously, Kisei, Martial Art Ken, maybe Arbiter, Fieldred. Those three are like the top 5-star heroes. 4-star. There's a lot of decent one too. There's some that I'm not completely familiar with their kit, but I know Assassin Katuja is really good in PvP. Challenger Dominion, I hear it was a really great DPS unit. Shadow Rose is a really good tank, really great for PvP. I don't really know much about the other ones. I know Crimson Armin is one of the best tank in the game. Maybe second to Crow. Bloodblade Karen is a really good DPS unit from what I read. Other than that, I know General Purgus is up there in the tier list, but I didn't really read his kit, so I'm not familiar with him. So I'm not familiar with the other ones. In terms of 3-star, obviously no Lorena, no Elson. Those are free unit. Don't really need another one. If I do get a 3-star, I would prefer to be Ricorus. He has a pretty nice S2 awaken skill where he buffs up your speed and gives you HP regen, and also reduce all your cooldown by one. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and I hear the Church of Aeroyo's Axeman is really good. I hear he's one of the top DPS unit in this game. I haven't read his kit, but that's what I read. But that's very interesting. So I just hear that in terms of 3-star, you do not want to Swen, you don't want a Gunther, you don't want a Lorena because there's a free unit, you don't want Elson because it's a free unit, and you definitely don't want Hurado. If you get those units, you might as well just go hide in the corner, cry in the corner, you know. So, all right, I'm just trying to delay this as long as possible. Oh, okay, but gotta face it, gotta face it. Let's see what we get. Woo, let's see what we get. Woo, okay. So I mean, even after this one, it's not the video is not over yet because I do have another Moonlight Summon and an art account that I'm gonna do. So this is not the only one, but this one is my one of my free to play accounts. So oh, okay, it's a 3-star. Okay, oh man, all right, something good. Oh, I don't know who she is.
Do my best.
Celeste. Okay, what's her kit? Cast recover 30% health, and caster recovers 30% health, and it's granted extra turn and increase attack for 2 turn. Okay, so that's like a self recovery, increase attack, gets one turn. Okay, what's the first one? Attack the enemy with 50 chance to decrease hit chance for 1 turn. Oh, that already tells me she's not that good. Hit chance is not really that good of a debuff. Second one, choose a volley of arrow at all enemies with a 50 chance to decrease combat readiness by 20%. Does not increase cooldown count when the caster health is more than 80%. Does not increase cooldown count when the caster's health is more than 80%. I'm a little bit confused what that means, but she's so you increase your attack, recovers your health. First one's decrease hit chance. Shoot a volley, you just decrease the combat readiness. Doesn't seem like a good unit to me. I might be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's very good. Oh man, okay, so that's my Moonlight Summon for this account, which is one of my free to play account. So now I am going to log into my main account. That's the one that I have a Moonlight Summon. So you know, let me just move this out the way so I can log into that one. So just give me a second, guys. All right, let's see. Hopefully this works. Alright, sorry for the wait. Apologize for that. Gotta log out and log into my other account. So this right here. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure it's on screen. Alright, so this right here is my main account. It says Cecilia and Diene. I call it my main because it's my first account and also the one that I do spend a little money on. But I feel like my alternate account that I just showed you has more luck than this one. Like, see, the artifact, the only 5-star I had is Holy Sacrifice. That's what's it's called, which has a 70%. I leveled up where it would give me 70% chance to be revived. Oh, so it's 25% health. Okay, after dying, but it didn't seem like it was that much. So for this account, I also have enough for one Moonlight Summon. I am pretty nervous because I haven't had much luck with this one. I've actually done 2 Moonlight Summon before on this one, but they both were 3-star. Let me see if I can find them. Let me sort them by star. So the first one I got was this one, Phyllis, which is a she's a tank, but she doesn't look like a tank. She looks so scrawny, but but she's a tank. So this was my first Moonlight summon, and I hear she's okay in PvP. So I hear she's okay in PvP. And my other 3-star, which is not bad, I that's the one that I mentioned earlier, is Recoris. So I awaken his second skill. So cheer on all allies, granting continuous healing and increased speed for 2 turns, and decrease skill cooldown by 1 turn. So this is the skill that is pretty good. And so if you've seen some of the, I'm sure some of you guys probably have seen that video where they call it the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. Pretty much 3 units that if you give them like the best gear and you just put it on auto, all 3 of them can pretty much take down a level 10 Wyvern all on their own. And so that was Recoris, Terraria, and Elson. So they call those the Trinity, Holy Trinity. So okay. So but in order to do that, you have to get Recoris, and hopefully Terraria doesn't get nerfed. I've heard rumors that they were planning to nerf her, but those were just rumors. I really hope they don't, because nerfing is never a good thing. You always rather they buff up some of the other characters instead of nerfing, which is what they did in the pretty much the last 2 patches that they've done that. So good job, Smygate. Don't nerf characters, especially useful 3-star, 4-star. Don't nerf them. We like how every unit is usable at any level, so we aren't always trying to go for the 5-star unit, especially since gacha rate is pretty brutal. So even though I mentioned in my beginning of the video that if you're free to play, you don't want to summon. So this account I do spend some money on, and even on this account I'm not gonna summon for Diene. I just don't think Diene is worth it. If you have everything else covered, you got like I said, you got your healer, you got DPS, you got your tank, and then you have some support, and you really want to get her specific support kit, be able to increase attack, be able to create a barrier, remove 1 debuff. I mean, go for it, go for it. If I think that's what usually, but people in that position are usually people that are more like dolphins and well. So I mean, go for it. But for free to play people who are a little bit more limited, I would suggest to hold off on that. But that's just my opinion. So I just saying that, so that letting you guys know that I'm not summoning on this account. But like I said, I am doing a Moonlight summon, so I got 2 3-star before, like I showed you, Phyllis and Recoris. Can this game at least give me a good luck on a 3rd try? Come on, don't be a 3-star, Come on. Oh, you gotta give me a 3-star. Oh. No, it's Lorena. I just said don't give me a Lorena. Oh man. Lorena's a free unit. Oh man, you could have given me something that, at least something else. You could have at least given me Axe, man. Oh man. Oh well, that's gacha rate for you. I was already in the process of leveling Lorena. See, I already have Lorena, and her memory imprint's not even that good. Attack plus 24. You would much rather have percentage than 24. So oh man, that was just bad luck. Oh well, you get some good luck, you get some bad luck, right? So that's just how gacha games work. What else? I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. So I still have hope that they might have a crowd banner next week, just because I just don't think they would tease it on their official Facebook page and not have it come out. So and it would be interesting to have him out as well, because he's one of the units that gets enhanced. So I think it's a good opportunity to release a banner where where you could summon and he would help you out in this side story because he's enhanced. So kind of like Vilger was in the last one. So if Crowd comes out next week, I will definitely summon. I would definitely summon him in 2 of my 3 accounts. I have 3 total. I would definitely summon him in 2 of those 3 accounts, and I have about 20 something pull in each. So yeah, if Crowd comes out next week, be on the lookout. I will have a video on that. So yeah, guys. Hopefully, if you are gonna summon for Diene, you get Diene, and so yeah, or you just summon the regular banner. Hopefully, you do well too. So yeah, guys. That's it for this video. I talked a lot. So take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.